Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear all. We are in a hot Dubai, in hot season, and we now should talk about our green project and in general about crypto with our partners and advisors. Thank you very much that you joined us today. So let's start with self-introduction.
Thanks a lot for the invitation. Beautiful setup you have here in the studio. My name is Pekka Kelkka, also known as Papa Blockchain. I've been full-time 8 years in the blockchain, crypto, Web3 industry. Web3 came a little bit later. I'm really blockchain, crypto, Web3 enthusiastic. I'm an advisor, I'm an educator, so that's my role in the scene.
Great. How long are you living in UAE?
17 years.
Well, I love staying here, crypto community, events.
For me, it started 2016 when I came across with the Ethereum white paper, because I come from the enterprise software part of the IT business. And I came across with the Ethereum white paper and I got hooked up with the the smart contract, idea of smart contract. And I researched as much as I could, and quite soon I started to go to these meetups. And there's very small but active community that time, already late 2016, 2017.
Yes, really, blockchain is mecca for crypto enthusiasts and blockchain enthusiasts. Yes, Sergey, what about you? What is your experience in crypto blockchain, and what is most important in green projects, which we are to discuss now, and how blockchain can be implemented here?
For everyone, and my name is Sergey Ivanov. I'm co-founder of a technological company BandGo, which launched Impact Churn platform. It's a service which looks like Uber for recycling, provide ability for people, easy find abilities for recycle anything by couple clicks, and make it process judgeable and rewardable for people and profitable for business. As a technological company, we are using different technologies for it, like artificial intelligence in form of computer vision and other forms, and blockchain. We are looking for ability to involve the power of blockchain in green movement. So while with around 2 years with our team here in Dubai, we are launched this platform and now moving technology of our platform in straight of blockchain.
Can you tell more about how your platform exactly works? What is the user flow? What are the benefits, and where it can be checked, implemented?
As I mentioned, we follow Uber principle. So our users using chatbot and messenger can show to system what things for recycling they have. System recognize it using artificial intelligence and provide guidance to users for more closest, more affordable collection points or list of services, home pickup services, trade-in services for things. Now we're working mostly with electronic gadgets. All the electronic gadgets are waste. And then people use these abilities, come to collection point or order pickup service for big electronic appliances. We are fix this moment and issue special digital certificate for our users. Technologically, it's NFT. We're using blockchain for this moment. And then welcome to special marketplace where our users can change these certificates to discounts for goods and services, or directly top up the accounts in super apps like Kareem, Noon, telecom providers like Do and Etisalat, or utility providers. It's the direct reward for their sustainable behavior and profit for businesses which make more deals with green followers.
I bring you some broken iPhone, first generation. How much points will I get?
It's almost artifact.
Yes,
iPhone of
better
first
to keep
generation.
it. I think it will be more valuable.
Now we're trying to calculate your positive impact based on amount of purchase and valuable materials in this gadget. So exist special databases about how many valuable things, materials can be extracted from this iPhone and used for production new things. And in average, to extract these materials from broken gadgets consume 6 times less energy Then we get the same amount of materials, raw materials from nature. So it's a first look how we can reduce gas emission when we are using and incentivizing recycling in e-waste sphere.
Where can I check it? In which points in Dubai?
You can use it right now if you are a user of Telegram Messenger, and very soon it will be deployed for WhatsApp Messenger as well.
No, I mean physical points. Points of collection. Where can they come?
Now in Dubai, around 30 stationary collection point. It's maybe specialized especially only for e-waste or complex collection point for different things, include e-waste. So using map and list of these collection points in Telegram chatbot, now we can find it and get your direction to this collection point.
Perfect. Does it work only for phones or other techniques or anything?
No.
Any kind of waste?
Any kind of broken or old electronics that you can find in your household. Kitchen appliances, hair dryers, old toys, electric and electronic toys. If you're a father, you will have a lot of...
No batteries?
Batteries for sure.
Oh, batteries. Use batteries.
Use batteries,
okay.
Empty batteries for sure. Fortunately, very big problem, it's electronic cigarettes. Yeah. Now, while we are launching our service, we get craziest amount of different kind of electronic cigarettes. It's really hazardous waste because it includes not only lithium batteries, but also rest of liquids inside. If it gets into usual landfill, it can treat as a poison land. So we are very happy that people use this ability to bring in collection points of this e-waste. So
great. When I'm back home, I will try to find out lots of garbage. Guess I will be very
welcome, and we'll be very happy to reward you for your sustainable
behavior. We'll check it, make videos. Will be great. We'll tokenize it, put it on our platform of Green Tips, of Green Falcon, as NFTs, as loyalty points and tokens. It's a very good idea. I've never seen it before. Pekka, what do you think about this idea?
Sorry, Sergei, I have a question for you if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is your commercial model? How do you make money and how the participants can benefit us, maybe some financial benefits?
Yeah, I think it's a really nice question. For monetization and for improve green movement, improve recycling by interest of business, we're using a coupon-based business model. So our marketplace, it's marketplace of coupons for discounts. These discounts provided by our business partners. So we are transferring, like we can say, transferring our users to our business partners. Use their business interest to motivate people, put into recycling valuable things as much as possible and as often as possible. From our side, we provide easy and intelligible way for this, match this together. But I have to mention that we are, first of all, a technology company. So next level, it's a data that we are looking for the best abilities to involve in our system, blockchain technology. Because blockchain, it's one of the best option in technological world to save and operate with data. That's why, for example, now in UAE created national carbon register based on blockchain. We are working on this level, and we can say ESG contractor. We generate a lot of data around this activity in the sphere of recycling, like individuals, as well as we digitalize efforts of businesses in this sphere. So next source for revenue for us, it's data. It's logistic data. We have contract for this logistic data from very nice company which provide optimization solutions for logistic. And for ESG reporting, for businesses, for government, And blockchain in this case looks like very nice option to collect this data and transport this.
It's a great idea, especially for such country as Middle East, because climate is awful here and the air quality is very polluted, and the issue of cleaning it and destroying pollution is very important. Pekka, what do you think about Europe? Because Europe is most advanced in green technologies. Are there any technologies in Europe as well? For example, in Finland being the cleanest country.
Well, yes, we have this benefit of having almost 50% of the surface of the land in Finland, the forest, and put the lakes on top of this, much more than 50%. I believe there's the biggest area when you combine these two elements, like forest and lakes, but any country has in the world. And of course, that's very typical for Finland. So based on this, I believe, and very small population, we have quite good climate position in Finland and weather conditions. But unfortunately, this is not my specialty. My specialty is to put the technology behind it, and my technology is blockchain.
I mean, are there any projects like Sergey's in Finland?
I'm not sure about the.
Uber,
of course,
for
of course, we have quite many of these projects that are using the technology to destroy the waste much more efficiently. But I'm not sure how many they're running on blockchain. I really like the idea because of what there is on blockchain. One of the benefits that Sergey, I believe you also have on your blockchain is that the data that goes to blockchain, it's immutable. It's definite, it's final, and you cannot temper it. And that's also a problem on any kind of this kind of data collection. If it goes to centralized mechanisms, centralized data storages, and centralized platforms, it can be tempered.
Absolutely.
But in blockchains, it will save this kind of secure data for us, and it's not, as I mentioned already, it's not going to be tempered, it's immutable.
Yes, and this is a big problem for such big industry as carbon credits. So I think you know about that, and Sergey mentioned that there is some kind of carbon credits registry in UAE. Can you tell me more details?
It's an initiative from Minister of Environment and Climate Change of UAE, which launched around a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. And the common idea, it's clear traceability and transparency about data, which have to be used in ESG reporting. That's why this initiative based on using blockchain.
That's good, but is it alive or is this initiative on the papers?
It's launched. Sure. I have to check in which stage it's right now. Yeah, but around couple months ago, it was launched. There exist some frameworks for how this national carbon register will work, and blockchain chosen for it and developer.
Let's study more. Perhaps we can mutually beneficially cooperate with our Green Falcon blockchain there. We are inter-blockchain compatibility. So, talking about transparency in this big green world, you know that it's already $1 trillion market, carbon credits. And there are lots of inefficiencies there. There are lots of such things as greenwashing, and lots of very big profit margins charged by carbon credit dealers and brokers. Not many people know how much money really goes to the pockets of those who are planting such green trees. Also, have you heard about the scandal around a year ago with the biggest international carbon credits registry called Vera? There was an independent journalist investigation guided by The Guardian, and it told that over 90% of credits of the biggest project by Vera not asset-backed by real trees. So they were empty. Big names, like big auditors, have put their stamps on the papers, telling yes, it exists, no problem. And big corporations have put them to all their balance sheets, and if in fact there were no forests. And they made bad impact for the planet, but didn't offset that. Here, blockchain is the best to implement all those big names in carbon credits registries, they are afraid of blockchain. Vera have issued press release where they told we are not wishing to put our registry to the blockchain. Bad things can come there. Problem of double spending, problem of not retiring carbon offset in time, etc., etc. Pekka, what do you think about carbon credits market on the blockchain?
It will be. It's the only option actually to make sure that everything, all the data is real and accurate. But there's another angle. Of course, blockchain will be needed. Well, the next version or big version upgrade of the internet will be blockchain, running on blockchain. Everything runs on blockchain, for example. But about the carbon credit businesses, there's a very important angle also, because sometimes it's a little bit like not so sexy when it comes to like normal people to understand it and join it. But now also blockchain and cryptos will build, and you can build an incentive on the system, which means that when you're part of this ecosystem, you're doing good. You get rewards on digital assets. They can be NFTs or something else. For example, you do your good things, and with your activities, they can plant trees somewhere here and there. Like in Amazon, there are quite many projects already, and it's a certain area that will be like NFT and how many trees there are. So you get your also financial benefits of that. These kind of incentives, and that's something that if you combine these two elements together, immutable data. And no chance to temper that data. It's real as it is, and then the incentives for everybody who want to be part of the platform. So this is something that will pick up. I'm not sure how fast it will pick up, but when it picks up, it will explode.
Absolutely. This is what we are going to launch with our Green Tips projects. I will tell you more how this machine works. So the platform is ready for that. You're just reading my thoughts. And it will be blockchain powered as well. And what is most important is to make emphasis on making a carbon offsetting project local. For example, for me and you and Sergey, people living here in the UAE, if we are offered by some entity or by some merchant to offset our carbon footprint by purchasing some carbon credits out of the country, somewhere on Amazon forests, it doesn't make sense for us at all, because we are not making this local climate we are living better off, but they're making external climate better off. And it is not also good for the government, because money goes out of the economy. And the problem with global carbon credit markets is that global organizations who have lobbied for that, they're telling us that it doesn't matter where you make offsetting of your carbon footprint. You can be living in the UAE and you can produce lots of waste, lots of CO2, and you can offset your carbon footprint by purchasing carbon credits somewhere in the Amazon forest, that on average temperature on the planet will be decreased, CO2 exposure will decrease, etc. But this is big trick, but like with the situation of normal medium temperature in the hospital, like with normal distribution. We show this. Here's, by the way, also Falcon, and here Falcon. Falcon are everywhere. That is why we call it the Green Falcon. So the normal distribution in statistics, it works like this. Here's the graph, and here's normal distribution. Here's medium, mean, average. It is the same. Medium is 36.6 Celsius in hospital, yes? But here are the tails of the distribution. Here can be over 30 people are dying, and here 34 people are already dead. And MENA region and Middle East is in this point, yes, when they purchase carbon credits somewhere abroad, because in this case they are not making better off for their climate, for their economy, but only put it on paper, making something better for their earth on average, but not making better of their economy and their climate. So our idea is to implement, we made already a platform, we call it Green Tips. Nature is our best waiter, why not to pay some tips? Like we're paying for the waiters. And we can calculate with our platform, we call it payment processing hub, carbon footprint associated with any kind of consumption, and put it on the check, at the checkout, whether it will be a merchant, a physical shop, or website, or some kind of mobile application, and tell, have a look, individual, you've got such kind of carbon footprint, would you like to offset it? And it is being offset by paying some tips to nature, and this money will go directly. It will be blockchain powered, so all the participants will be on the blockchain to mangrove tree forests. We are launching our own forest, will be called the Green Falcon, with local companies who are planting trees here. And you can make a new tree, for example. After that, we will grow bonsai, for example. Yes, the same will be with mangroves. You will get a tree under your name. It will be kept in the dashboard transparently. You will see it from Google Earth. You will see its location. It will be as NFT, and so it will be used at some kind of loyalty point. The same with Sergey project, and these loyalty points can be then used to be redeemed in some merchants. So, but in fact, they will be and must be all green soon due to the big plans of carbon neutrality. Can build an initiative program, loyalty program upon that. And on the contrary to traditional carbon credit markets, where there are lots of but by guys like carbon credit dealers who are getting huge profit margins, and where at least 20 or 30% of money raised are really going to the green projects. In our case, over 90% will go to the trees, to the mangroves. That's the point. That's what we are talking about the initiative platform. And we made it already. It is ready, and now making some negotiations with merchants, etc. What do you think about such approach?
First of all, I really understand this localization idea, because if you live somewhere, that's your neighborhood, you want to have a clean air to breathe. But there's no other angle. If, for example, if you think about the benefits of the blockchain and the cross-border transactions, for example, this market, this application, this platform is a global platform to access. For example, if we manage here to build this kind of platform, it may attract people all over the world. Then again, transactions happens like secure transactions, proven transactions, immutable data again on the blockchain itself, and they can participate if it's a good platform. And for example, if you can purchase or be part of this owning a mangrove forest here in UAE, it can attract people from all over the world. Get be part of that, physically part of this market, and of course it benefits us who are here. But the attraction may come anywhere, and that's
Absolutely.
also something that I believe that needs to be considered when this kind of platform will be marketed.
It will be global, yes, absolutely. We are already launching the same in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Turkey, Russia, and some other countries. Certainly, this will be a global platform. I mean that localization's emphasis will be made for local people. So local people do not need to pay to put money into Amazon forest living here in the UAE. That's the point. And there is no benefit for them. And I have talked to many people with merchants and just normal individuals. They're telling that yes, if it will be transparent, if I know users of my funds, how they impact the climate here where I'm living, I will put the money there. But if someone is offering me to purchase some carbon offsets, which is based outside the UAE, and I am in the UAE, there is no sense for that. I don't understand where money goes. So voluntary carbon credits markets is already very big and growing. It's several billion of dollars, and it will be even bigger. But one day it will be obligatory. So there is another part of the coin, so to say. In some countries, there is already implied indirect carbon credit tax. For example, in some restaurants in Canada, there is 2% carbon tax. That is all. And you don't know where money goes. With taxation, it's absolutely intransparent. What do you think? What has better perspective? Voluntary carbon credit markets or obligatory when you have no choice? And it will be applied by the government and by the globalists. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you're consuming, your consumption is all traced via credit cards, and your carbon footprint is calculated, and you just got, say, 2% carbon credit tax. What do you think?
I'm not deep expert in financial things, so my personal opinion.
Absolutely. You as a person.
I prefer voluntary because it's mostly power of people, their intention. For sure, we have to, and like system have to motivate people, do it as much as possible. Or creating these offsets can be included in carbon, like carbon offsets. So obligatory taxation, it can be, but I prefer voluntary. It's with market mechanism of regulation of it, and it's possible with decentralization. And also, what I can figure out about green tips system and the similar systems. I very love that green tip system follows the same approach that we realize in Impact platform. Its ability for usual people like me, like you, input their own efforts into green movement by systems like green tips. That it have to be became global system. Millions of people want to be a part of this movement. And these technological solutions, like green tips, like Impact, like similar solution, provide them this ability. Make their own, maybe small input, but in big issue and big movement.
Absolutely agree with you. The power of crowd is crucial in the blockchain. This is actually what blockchain came from. But people have forgotten about that. I am an early crypto adapter from the year 2013, and I left crypto and blockchain because it provided freedom and freedom of choice. And it's very pity to see what is going on with crypto now. People have forgotten they didn't need initially to work with the government. They must outperform the government by their power, but the government is their manager, but not their owner. And what is going on now with crypto is people coming, oh, please come to regulate us. Crypto has invented actually to destroy the regulation and to make regulation and governments decentralized by some kind of consensus, decentralized consensus, self-sustaining regulatory mechanism without central middlemen. What do you think about?
Back a little bit of the previous question, about tax collection, like government tax collection or local authorities tax collection. Actually, they are not conflicting each other. Of course, we need to have people to join in these platforms voluntary. But if you think it this way, that all the tax collection, whatever it is, carbon credit or any tax collection, if that is transparent, and that will be on blockchain, that is the future that we should drive. This technology should go also this way. And it's a public blockchain. It's not the private closed loop blockchains, which again controlled by central entities. It needs to be public blockchain. And this is a beautiful future if you think that also all the government data and procedures will be on public blockchains, and all the transactions can be checked there anytime. So that's also something that I hope that this will be the future of the internet on the public sector and private sector. And then again, the problems with blockchain itself, it is a little bit conflicting, or what should I say, a lot conflicting with the idea of Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009, 2008, when everything started. For example, now ETF is with us, and the regulated security product wrapped these bitcoins, and next week hopefully Ethereum will be wrapped by a security product, and it is totally regulated and as I said, security product. It's not easy solution, but the fact is that if big money is not with us, and now this big money is starting to control so much, and it is centralized system. If you think, for example, ETF product, which is the really big thing now in the US especially, and the biggest asset managers are offering these ETF products to their customers, and billions of dollars every month go to these products now. And how the system works, it works the way that as I said, this digital asset like Bitcoin now and Ethereum, maybe later on other products, the asset itself, if you are buying a ETF product from these service providers, you don't touch in any phase of the project, you don't touch the digital asset, because you are only buying this with fiat money, and you own portion of this asset portfolio, what is in asset managers. And then custody will be provided for the asset managers, will be provided by centralized entities like Coinbase in the US. And then if you withdraw, you don't get crypto, you don't get Bitcoin or Ethereum back, you get fiat money back. So this is very little to do with this asset class itself. But again, without big money, this baby doesn't fly. So we need big money to be with us. But now we need to separate these things on the option of really get advantage and benefits of the decentralized blockchain technology.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely, it's a good point. But some conspiracy ideas are telling us, and these conspiracy ideas are also shared by many big crypto OGs, yes, much bigger than you and me altogether, and they're telling that there are three whales of making control out of us as people. And it's coming from World Economic Forum, from Klaus Schwab, etc. Theory of golden billion. Those three whales are COVID, CBDC, and carbon credits. By the way, here's green COVID, but it can be also like carbon credit bomb. I will explain my idea. First experiment, which was successful in China, with all those QR codes, with social ratings, back to the TV series by Black Mirror. You remember that series where your social rating is decreased and you cannot get access to goods and services, to transportation at all. It worked in China, and it's working. This was due to COVID. So digital footprint of any person and rating is calculated. Next thing is to connect it with the money. Money is providing us freedom. And there is, in this life, one can be sure only in two things: death and taxes. And governments are collecting taxes only in fiat currency, not in other currencies. So this is the most power for them and senior Russia. That is why they are afraid of crypto. Then they connect it to the rating, to the special applications related to COVID. So this is what was big social experiment. Now they introduce CBDC. And the CBDC will provide you no freedom. This is big evil one for all the society, for the whole community, because in this case you will not get consumption. It can be blocked. Your money can be burned if you are not spending then, because you are not boosting the economy. It can be chosen where and how you spend your money. And next thing they introduce globally, on the global level, obligatory carbon credits. By the way, tonight I'm going to one guy, perhaps you know him, he's crypto rich. You know this influencer from London. And we were discussing with him this conspiracy theories as well. And related to your carbon footprint, one day people will be just locked with their CBDCs, social rating, carbon credits in reservations. If you don't have money to offset your carbon footprint, you will not go by taxi, you will not go by car, you will not fly. You'll get your basic income with CBDC. That is all, which will be enough for you to survive. And this will be implemented for the majority of the planet Earth, for 80%, so to say. They say you're toxic, you provide lots of CO2, is you compensated and purchase other goods and services and have freedom of movement, or just sit at home in the metaverse, in Oculus or in Apple. This is also happening because one of the biggest trends in the humanity related to AI, artificial intelligence, because many people will be useless here in this revolution. Many professions will be just destroyed and they will be used with AI. So you got your social rating, you got CBDC, you got your basic income, you can move freely, you're living in the metaverse. That's one of the points people who love conspiracy theory and who are libertarians, they share such ideas. What do you think about it? Does it make sense for you? What do you think about that in general?
Can I start this time, Sergey? Yeah, first of all, I'm with you fully, because this is a technology that exists already. It's question of how do you want to launch it, and you actually it was kind of included in your thoughts, but you didn't separate that, because that's a very big thing now that's happening on this central bank digital currency, CBDCs, as you mentioned, the central bank digital currency, which replaces the monetary systems, what they're planning now. But they are including in this platform, they are including digital ID, which means that there's only one application that is everything that you are, everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you're communicating with. And if this application, on one click, they can remove you from the society. But it's because also your personal data is on the same platform. But there's something that is also on a little bit brighter side of it. Because I also believe that there are some lobbyists that try to put the CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, on the public blockchain, which also means that you can have these two things: the digital ID on blockchain, which is more like decentralized ID, and there are already many implementation of those, and then again the CBDCs, which can be like still fiat money on digital form. Actually, this already today, there's no paper money practically in Western world, at least. So, but if that's the situation, it's not so dramatic. But the bad thing is that most of the countries now are planning this kind of centralized, controlled CBDC mechanism that includes everything. And I hope that this will be somehow, people will wake up and start to fight this, because if everything will be on public blockchain, it is a different ballgame. And let's see what the end game will be. But let's hope that if some governments, like they can be smaller governments, but if they launch this kind of central bank digital currency on public blockchain, actually, and they don't even need that, because they can use the stable coin mechanisms for that, and leave it there, and maybe because it is again borderless, everybody can use it. So that's something. But then again, these big governments, big countries, they may do some crazy tricks that you don't use anything else than their CBDC currency. I'd say it's dangerous times, but let's hope that the better solutions will win.
Absolutely. Everything for which we were prepared, were big fantastic movies, is now occurring. And first they make a movie, show it to you, so that your subconscious will be ready for adoption of that. It was already shown in many films. Told that people will be awakened, it's a good idea. The same thing has happened in Nigeria. Nigeria was one of the first who tried to introduce e-naira, yes, and people didn't accept it. So no any kind of governmental violence can make people be the slaves. So they didn't accept it, and only 0.1% is used as CBDC, as an naira, because people in Nigeria are very active. Many of them are a little bit aggressive. They have nothing to lose except their friends, so to say. But in some countries, people are more polite and they can accept this government.
In my previous life, I was a psychologist, so I have to mention a very interesting thing. You talk to a person who has in his mind this situation, this helicopter view on situation. Here's also at least two person who understand how can be implemented, and positive and negative effects of this system. That's why I trust in society. So yes, government or other entities which want to implement this approach with CBDC, social ratings, they before implemented credit ratings for all of us, so who tried to open bank account or get a credit, you are faced with this situation. But while exist the societies of people who understand situation and who want to prevent negative effects of implemented with centralized ratings, social ratings, doesn't matter based on blockchain or not on blockchain, we have chance prevent these effects. Society is society. government is society, country, nationalities is society. While we have this seed inside to be enough free and evaluate in our efforts, in our motivations, in our goals, I think it will be better.
Hope so. Thanks for sharing. So some kind of decentralized collective subconsciousness. You know, this is actually blockchain was invented for. And you know Eugene Kaspersky, when he was asked about what do you think about crypto, blockchain, etc., and he told, yes, it's a good thing. I think it will be useful sometime, somewhere, but not right now, right here. Maybe in some 300 years, when people will be more advanced in terms of their responsibility, in terms of their consciousness. What we see now in crypto is becoming more and more centralized. The speaker told that when you are dealing with ETF, you're not getting crypto. You're getting just figures on in an application, and you're getting fiat money. You're not taking crypto as an asset in your hands. And that was the idea of Satoshi Nakamoto, to provide you some asset like physical gold, which you can keep with you somewhere in a safe place, and no one can touch it. But it's not happening. And people are not ready for that. They are not ready to be technologically advanced, because crypto still is very sophisticated, complicated. You need to keep your seed phrase, you need to keep it safe, you need to understand which wallets to use, what is custody, not custody, etc. And people are lazy. What they can do is to see the 3 seconds TikTok. That is all. So people are not yet ready to to self-govern.
Time changes. Here's a
Absolutely.
crypto father.
Yeah.
So next generation will be more efficient at these technologies. So yes, we are see how it's grown with centralized approach in crypto, but at the same time, we see new decentralized initiatives like eco movement as well, like societies and communities of eco activists or adopters of eco movement who prefer keep initiative in their hands. And technologies like blockchain, it's only technology. It depends on how we use it, for centralization or for decentralization. And these communities, these initiatives, very good straight in an eco-friendly solutions, which can be like balance of centralization movement.
Yes, but there must be trade-off between security, decentralization, and stability. And in our Green Falcon platform, we will introduce Green Oracle governments. It will be used. We are also collective governments. So each people, you and me and our friends who are participants of this blockchain, they will be witnesses of whether green projects exist or not. We put to the marketplace some kind of a green project. We tell, guys, here's several thousand of mangrove trees or just forest trees in this location. Here's locations, here's its gear, here's photos from cameras, from satellites, etc. Be the witness of that. Tell it that this forest exists, it was not cut, and it helping the planet, helping the nature. And each individual will get government's token, which can be used as a gas in the system. And they can vote and they can witness for any kind of a project. So it will be used collectively, whether to invest in some green project or not. That's a good point. In this case, perhaps we can find out a reasonable trade-off between obligatory carbon credits and voluntary. And maybe due to our efforts of us as green hearts, so to say, we can make voluntary carbon credits markets work, such that governments will tell, okay, people are working themselves without us, it's perfect, but we will get grant some subsidies to such project directly if it is self-governed, it is used as decentralized green crowdfunding by the people, so we don't need to use it centralized. It will be much more efficiently.
Yeah, I very love this idea to verify efforts by decentralized approach, by efforts of individuals. Yeah, it's very important for green movement. You mentioned it's risk of greenwashing in different projects, and I see that this very nice ability by individual efforts or community efforts uh, increase it on proper manner, then communities verify if it's real effort, real result of any actions. And blockchain as a technology provide ability transparently show it. That's why we
Absolutely.
are also using
And
this
we don't
technology
need any
now.
middlemen here. No carbon credit dealers, brokers who are like drug dealers, but legal. In fact, yes, and we don't need centralized carbon credit registers like Vera, etc., which are useless and which are actually even very dangerous for such projects. Each and every peer, each and every individual is a witness of existence or non-existence, efficiency or non-efficiency of the green project. We don't need a middleman. We don't need any authority there.
That's why we have to care about protect any creating solutions from risk of scamming, yeah, by common efforts. You mentioned this example. It's also one of the point that we have to put our efforts together, like with security, transparency, and risk protection. If we want to create sustainable future based on and which used technologies like blockchain for it.
That's great. We can go green together. Here's, this green box, black box. What do you think is inside? Yes. We recently worked with our project at this great congress, won some award. So people are aware of this project here, and they are opened here, local authorities, Merchant, Masdar, where we are located, to launch this project as soon as possible. So let's unite all together, all our efforts, because blockchain is not about competition, it's about cooperation, in my opinion. And it must be community governed, community powered by people. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Invitation.
Some
Thank you,
concluding
Sergey.
words from you.
First of all, I already mentioned that my view on this everything is that blockchain will be the next big upgrade of internet. And I started my first online business in 1994. I've been practically online since the first day of commercial internet, and I noticed the problems that time, and we beat them. The biggest change from this upgrade from Web 2 to Web 3 compared to Web 1 to Web 2 is that Web 2 was kidnapped and conquered by a couple of guys who made billions and trillions. We know who they are, and now we have an option that this internet finally will be people's internet. We get the commercial benefits, and we can own our data and our everything that related to us if it's on blockchain. So that's, of course, the ultimate goal of having this big upgrade of next internet.
We saw a lot of examples when technologies changed the world, like first industrial revolution, second, third, and fourth. That's exists opinion that's coming five industrial revolution right now. Then technologies not only implement our mindset and our activities and optimize, make it more quickly, more efficient. Then in five industrial revolution, technologies changing our mind. They affect on our approach to understand a world around us. I agree that blockchain can be part of this. Not can be, it's now part of this five industrial revolution. When we're talking about some issues in environmental, in social efforts, technologies can change our approach to solve these issues. And decentralization on which based blockchain and blockchain as a tool to unite individuals' effort and create communities around social, environment, and other issues. It's the very nice tool technology approach. I can say it's like a little bit mentality, blockchain-like mentality of next generation.
Absolutely.
Of next generation.
It's not technology, it's way of thinking.
Yeah. So I hope, especially in this field that we are working, it's a green movement, it will effort on mentality of people and at the same time provide to people abilities, save and solve these issues in environment.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go green together.